Hello and welcome to the channel, it's Irad, and so in today's video we are going to continue to cover the ongoing event in Star Citizen, which of course is the Invictus Launch Fleet Week event, or the weeks actually, because there are two of them, and today we are not going to talk about new ships, but rather ancient ships, very ancient ships, in fact the very first ships that we have known for Star Citizen, which are the Hornets of first generation, which are, for old-timers like myself, have been revealed and sold during the announcement of Star Citizen in 2012. So yeah, it's been a while already. So of course, we've had a brand new generation of Hornets this year, the Hornet Mark II, which perhaps you've been able to upgrade to its military version if you've done the overdrive missions. But what about the old models of previous generation? Well, we actually had an answer from Cloud Imperium Games, which is perhaps going to lead us towards the decisions that are going to be coming in the future from the studio regarding the release of new ships for Star Citizen. So yeah, very soon the Hornet of first generation will no longer be available on the online store, robertspaceindustries.com, but also within the ship shops of the game, like the New Deal, Norville, or Astromeda at Area 18. However, may the owners rest assured here, Cloud Imperium Games will not delete the ships from the game, unlike, for example, the old 300 series from Origin or the old Cutlass from Drake. So if you like their design, unfortunately, you only have your eyes to cry. However, the old Hornet, as far as it's concerned, will stay in the game. It's even still going to be possible to acquire it and even make it once we have our ability to make our own ships. So yeah, some people are going to be crying out loud that Cloud Imperium Games are creating an artificial demand for the ongoing sale here, arguing that this is the last time that this ship will be buyable. As far as I'm concerned, this is not something that bothers me. On the contrary, in fact, this is something that I've been suggesting on the channel and my social medias for a long time, for many years, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm very happy that my ideas are being listened to by Cloud Imperium Games. So yes, I do believe it is a good idea, and I'm going to go as far as saying that it's even a natural order of things. I mean, in real life, the vehicles that we drive or pilot are themselves replaced with new models or new generations. It's something that we see happen a lot, and because Star Citizen wants to be a realistic game which reproduces realistic schemes of life, well, it's actually logical that we are going toward that direction. And in addition, buyers of old models don't lose anything. They keep their ships. They're still going to be able to recuperate them if they lose them by simply claiming them in the insurance terminals. And these ships will still be in the game universe. They are still going to be piloted by NPCs that we're going to meet in our missions or various adventures. So yes, I can understand the controversy about the fact that new generations of ship are more stylish, they have better equipment. But as far as I'm concerned, I see these old ships on the long term becoming objects of collection that we always can upgrade to new ships on the online store. So that means that at least from a sheer numerical point of view, there are going to be less and less Hornets of first generation because players are going to replace them eventually. As I said previously here, I think that this is a rather subjective point of view here. I would rather see older models stay. I really loved the old 300 series, the Cutlass as well. I wished that we could have kept them. I wish they were still in the game, especially the old 300 series, which in my eyes, aesthetically speaking at least, was better. It was more rustic inside, but I actually like that very much. Now, that was the subjective point of view. What about the objective point of view here? And I think that it's related to, of course, money, because that's no secret here. Star Citizen is a huge project that costs an insane amount of money to make. And of course, Cloud Imperium Games need ways to make money to just stay afloat. And that's why they're always selling new ships, because at this point, they don't have any other opportunities to make much money. They don't have any final product to sell, like Squadron 42, for example. So not many other options other than selling ships. But we are also at the point now, especially when it comes to available gameplay mechanics, where we don't really have a lot of new ships to create So we can eventually imagine new ship manufacturers. That's an idea here that could help Cloud Imperium Games create equivalents of what's already existing, but on a with different style or with different shapes. As far as I'm concerned, this is also something that I've suggested about 2 years ago. I would like to see, for example, a French style manufacturer, a little bit like how Origin is based on German car makers and Misk is based on Japanese car makers. I think that the more diversity there is in the game, not just visually but also culturally and philosophically, the game is just going to offer a richer experience. Unfortunately, that's not the path that Cloud Imperium Games has taken so far. We are, I think, still at the beginning of the renewing of the offer of ships that we have in a game, and I'm pretty sure that there's going to be more. I wouldn't be against a new generation of Aurora, for example, with wings that would deploy a little bit like what the Scorpius does. I think that it would be quite awesome. But of course, if you have other examples in mind of ships that could benefit from a new generation, well, let me know in the comment section down below. So there we have it. This is what I had to say about the Hornet of first generation, which is going to disappear from the online store or the ship shop in games. But I think it's also a natural order of things. Star Citizen is doing quite well. It evolves, its gameplay evolves, its technical aspect evolves, and its ships are going to also evolve as well. A big shout out to everybody who made this video possible, including Dr. Frobin, Zero Crusher, Deployable Fidel, and Ducky2Ducker. Help me out also to send me to CitizenCon. You have the link in the description down below if you want to help out good old Iran. A big shout out to all my Patreon and YouTube members who also make all this content possible. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.